At her build site. There's her vehicle with her trailer for hauling stuff. And I see she's painting. Hi Barb!
Hey there!
How you doing? Look at this. So what are you painting these boards with, this plywood?
I would love to answer your question, but I can't hear you, so let me turn this down. Turn it down for first.
All right. How you doing today?
I'm well. I'm sweaty and I
It's
smell
okay.
like a horse.
Listen, we all go through that. Trust me. Anybody who's done their own build has been there, so you don't have to apologize for that. So tell me about what you're doing with your plywood. This is your siding?
Yeah, this is just the exterior siding, but it's the sheathing. So the pretty layer will go on the outside.
Okay.
But because it's rainy season, I work full time. I don't want to tarp it because I love my park and I don't want them to see tarps and stuff.
Yes.
So I'm just throwing a coat of water seal
Okay.
on it, and it's a little unorthodox because it's technically wasted money because it'll get covered up with the sheathing. But
Well,
it buys me time and peace of mind.
it buys you time, it buys you peace of mind, it ensures that your materials aren't going to be rotten and
Correct.
you
Because
know.
I don't have a covered place to build,
Right.
warehouse or whatever.
Right.
So I'm also doing different flavors, as I call them.
Okay.
This is maple. I haven't decided on an exterior color, so
Oh,
I want to
okay.
see it. And then when you do it in sheets and you put it on the walls, you can get a feel for it.
Right.
These sheets are maple, and I'm not in love with it. It's a little too light.
Right.
But this is a little too orange. I've already decided it's not it. And then some of the studs you'll see are what they call redwood. At
Right.
least this is the variety of stain I was using. And
Yeah, that looks like cherry.
yeah,
Looks like you've got cherry in there. I would consider a walnut.
yeah, I want to go more like I want to make it more like this one. The shed, that was my first part of
Oh
my
yeah,
build.
that's definitely either a walnut or pecan stain
Yeah,
there.
it's like a pecan. Yeah, I would call it. And I call that my little gingerbread
Are
box.
those your doors?
Those are my doors.
Oh my God, I'm in love with look at these doors. Oh my God, people, look at that. Now tell me about where you got these from.
I got all of these. There's 5 windows and a door with windows in it, which is all laying back in there. These were all off of Craigslist. The 5 windows and the door was from one guy. They're used. They're not hurricane impact or anything such as that. But they are large windows and cheap for the build and whatnot. Now, what I figure I can do is, because these are such large windows, when I find that in the Florida sun they are too much sun, because I love the being outside.
Yes.
But if it's too much, when I replace them with store-bought Pella, whatever, insulated glass, and spend the money, but I need to build the thing first.
Yes.
And I don't know how much it's going to cost me, and I don't know how long it's going to take me. I figured on 2 years till it's done all the way to the inside, but remember, I work full-time. But also, then once I live in it for a little while, see how it's going, I can start replacing windows. These are very large, and so therefore I can always reframe to a smaller window
Yes.
and to a standard off-the-shelf price size, where these are weird, and I don't know where they came from. I think the man that I bought the 5 from said they came from a mobile home patio
Right.
that they had taken down. So they're aluminum frame, they're sturdy, they've all got screens, and the price was right.
So what are you willing to share how much you paid for all
Yeah,
of these?
the 5 doors and a window were 5 windows and a door were $150 for the
Oh
whole
my
set.
gosh.
And the 2 French doors were $150 for the pair.
Wow.
Now, I was looking at a pair of French doors that were impact glass and had only been installed in a new build house for about 6 months. The wife didn't like them. She was going to switch them out. They were $450, and they were in the same town as those. So when I went and saw these, and I know there's a little rust at the bottom. These are metal doors.
Wow.
There's rust, but I can sand them down, knock it out, Bondo, repaint it, prime it, they'll be good to go.
Yeah.
But again, and these are 36-inch doors, so the opening will be 6 foot. That's a standard size door. They're 7 feet tall, standard size. So if I were to replace those as well, later
It would be
on down
easy
the
to
road,
replace them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're relatively standard
Or
size.
another thing you probably haven't thought of, which you might, consider as well, is do this build, and then once you have it done and everything, you could use this, sell it to somebody moving in, and then you can go ahead and build
get another one. Yeah.
Just, that's, I'm sure people do that.
I'm 56.
I understand.
Carpal tunnel arthritis and the heat.
Well, you might make enough from this one to hire somebody to do a build for you. Maybe Trekker Trailers, or who's the other one? Who's the other one that's in Orlando? I'm trying to remember. The builders there. I'm sorry, guys. Is it Tiny Hammocks? Tiny Hammocks? I'm pretty sure it's Tiny Hammocks Cottages.
We'll look online and put
a link on there.
There you go.
But at any rate, so
let's go back in the shade.
So what they're trying to do is something similar to the Orlando Lakefront Cottage or College Lakefront
College
RV park. This one's a little bit smaller scale, but so this area where we're standing in here, this is the area that they're going to convert first, apparently.
Yeah,
which is
got some permanent mobile homes. They're on the waterfront, but this whole strip right here is convenient and accessible.
Right.
It's flat. Each one has its own concrete pad, electric post, sewer hookup, water hookup, and
the lot rentals here are like $350, right?
$385 for the and that's current rate. Now, they were talking about raising, but I'm on your side, so we'll see what we can do.
See what we can do. But even at $400 a lot, it's still a very good price.
It really is, because we had people come in yesterday actually, and were telling us that comparing these other the other RV parks in this town, this one is by far one of the nice. There's 3 nice ones. The other 2, one of them is very expensive, and the other one is 55 and older only, and no pets. Who lives there?
Who would live there?
Who would live
55 years old and no pets. We already know that when you turn and you're 55 and up, you're going to have a pet. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. So it's bizarre, but we're also, one of the reasons why I landed here is because I find that the people are real. They're real people.
Yeah.
And I was born and raised in Greenwich, Connecticut. Then I lived in Boca Raton and lived in Palm Beach County all my life. I'm done with the snooty tooties. I'm just done. But this is nice. It's clean. They're polite.
Right.
They're Christian, which is a big plus for me.
Right.
So, that means what comes with that is morals and ethics.
Exactly.
So, they treat you right. They're honest. It works out really well. So
tell me about your trailer.
I'll talk to you about this. Careful, that's all. Okay, here's one of the things I do. This is a piece of plywood sheathing that's going to go up.
So
I've marked it and measured it, and then I know
pre-drilled the screws.
There's a triple set of studs here,
right,
and a double set of studs there. So I pre-install these so that up on a ladder, you're not doing so many trips.
Yeah, that's crazy.
These are 60 pounds each.
Yeah.
So I'm talented and able.
However,
but I'm getting old.
Yes, exactly.
So come on. All right. So I have a full video channel. You've seen my Facebook channel. It's Tiny House.
Take me home.
Thank you. You
Take me home. tinyhouse.com.
No, it's
on Facebook.
Facebook.com/TakeMeHomeTinyHouse.
Yes.
Okay. So we just got most of the sheathing around. This is on a double axle trailer.
What are they rated at? Do you know?
Yes, I do know. Each one of these is 7,000 pounds. So
nice.
This is a 14,000 pound gross rated. However, the trailer naked was 3,500 pounds. So I've got 11,000 pounds of room to play with that.
Yeah.
And so I've got the interior tarped.
Yes. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at that. 2 lofts in it.
2 lofts. This will be my office, And I've got windows everywhere. I'm a window holic because.
So you got a big window and a small window, I see there.
Correct. I'll have one here. This is a door, and this is going to be the lake end where I'm parked now with my little cottage camper. That's where I'm going to park this.
Right.
And this back end will face the canal.
Nice.
So this will
So you'll be able to look out at the canal while you're working.
Correct. So
Awesome,
I'll have a nice big window here, and then my quote-unquote office is going to be up there with the 3 windows around.
Okay.
And if you want to, I can hang this out. Hold on, it doesn't take long. But it is a little messy.
That's all right. That's what flip-flops are for.
There you go. And there is a beam here, so when
Okay.
you come in, don't trip on it. I've got 6'3" clearance under here
Nice.
because my oldest son, that's how tall he is,
Right.
if he ever comes to visit. And also for resale. I've seen some others that if I ever do build again, I might go with that, but I was afraid of standards and resale and whatnot, so I made it a person height. But I think what I would probably do is make the upstairs a taller height and make a bedroom down below with a shorter, like the loft, put the loft under instead of above, if you know what I mean.
Right, right.
And so that's what I'm thinking of for the next one.
So talk to me about kitchen. So
okay.
Kitchen. This is
Alrighty. This is where the French doors will be.
Okay, perfect.
And this direction will be west.
Okay.
Where the road comes in. So this is my front where the other road and the drivers and people will see. So my pretty doors there. I will have a bench storage turn into a queen size bed.
Okay.
Here.
Yep.
Where my batteries and electrical inverter, all that good stuff will be.
Okay.
And the reason why I chose to put it at the back is because in the front I'm going to have my water tank.
Right.
So to balance the weight, I figured I would do that. So when you come in, of course the big window, but there will be kitchen bar here.
Okay.
I think the sink will be just on this side of the
post
frame of the window. Yeah. I'm not going to have an interior wall for my bathroom. It's just me. And so I don't like the fact of taking up 4 to 6 inches of interior footprint
Right.
for an empty wall. But I do want to have I put these windows kind of high. And the windows that I already have, that one will be frosted. Mm-hmm. So this whole end will be kind of private. The pool is on this side, so no one's even going to be able to see from there.
Right.
And this is the tiki hut is right here. So unless you're sitting at the tiki, you can't see in this way either.
Right.
But I'll have a shower stall here. I'm thinking of doing copper tubing around to make it like real pretty and hang a shower curtain.
Oh, nice.
And then what I want for the bottom, and I know some people will think it's kind of tacky, but I think it's really cute. I want a big wooden barrel for my tub.
A wine barrel.
A big old wine barrel as my
nice.
shower
I really like that.
Yeah. So, and then I'll have my composting toilet on this side. And under this window, I'll put my little plastic dressers, and then I'll make a wooden cabinets around for them, depending on the weight. Since I built that cottage camper,
right,
I was very mindful of weight because I had to stay under 2,000 pounds so my car could pull it.
Right.
I've got more room with wiggle room with weight in this, but I already have the little plastic dressers and they're Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm looking at cost, get it done and livable first, spruce it up later.
Exactly.
Cabinetry, expensive, whatever. I'm going to do probably butcher block for my top because I love wood.
Right.
And my exterior siding is going to be cedar, big planks, 8-inch planks, white roof on a like the gingerbread box. I want it to look like that. White metal roof. And I'm going to actually, because these windows are so large, and we live in Florida, and I love to leave the windows open. Many people who live in Florida are all about air conditioning. I'm in the office all day. I need to be out and hanging out I like to be in the sun.
Yeah.
So I will put awnings, hinged awnings made of the metal roof with probably 2x2 framing and purlins and stuff and then they can come down because I'll put them on a hinge. They can come down for hurricanes or traveling or whatever.
Right.
So, and then that will also be so I can leave my windows open in the day, and we get sudden storms.
Yes, we do.
Of Lake Okeechobee, we get some sudden storms. So, that's the basic plan.
So tell me about so you live here, but you work in Palm Beach. Talk about the commute, because I know that some people, are kind of like, well, you can't find any work in Okeechobee, which, could be a challenge.
Yeah.
Unless you want to work at.
It is qualified as a city and not a town. So
right.
I don't know the population. The money that is in Okeechobee is what we call old money. It's not new money. They're ranchers. They're cattlemen. So you've got the cattleman class. You've got the workers, the ranchers who just are out there on the horses and pulling the cows in. And then you've got, the fisherman tourist group that hangs out here on the lake. My commute, I got this, the Beeline Highway goes almost directly from here. It's like a traffic light over. And the Beeline Highway they're expanding it, they're doing construction, but it's right now, single lane each way. It's through cow pastures and farmland. It's a beautiful drive.
Beautiful, yeah.
Very peaceful. If you set your cruise control and go, there's no cops the whole way. You go from here, it's just fields until you hit Indian Town. You drop it down to 35 miles an hour, be careful. And then once you're through Indian Town, there's fields until you hit North Lake Boulevard, which is Palm Beach Gardens. And that's where my office is anyway, so that works out really well.
Wow.
Door to door, it's 1 hour. And that's including stopping for gas or whatever. I mean,
wow,
you can make it in 45.
Doable.
You can make it in 45.
See, now what I compare that to is if you live in Broward County and you have to work in Miami, forget about it, because you're going to be spending in an urban environment, you're going to be spending an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, depending on any traffic accidents and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
And one of the main reasons why I moved out here, was because, as I said, most of my adult life has been in Palm Beach County.
Right.
I'm over it.
Yeah.
The hustle, bustle, and the crowds, the density, the population from the south is moving forward.
It is.
And it's just getting crazy in there. And we lived on the house that my husband and the grown kids, they're all still there. And the other 7 dogs are all still there.
Yep.
It's on military trails, so we hear the boom boom music all the time.
Yeah.
I have not heard once. I've been here almost a year.
Wow.
Not once have I heard the big boom boom music.
Yeah.
So that's a trouble. We get tractor trailers, but a little and they're gone.
Yeah.
I can live with that, and it's white noise. You get used to it. But it's peaceful here. People are nice here. It is country.
It is.
But the city is right there, and Palm Beach County is right down there. We're about 45 minutes to Yeehaw Junction, which is 1 hour or so to Orlando. We're an hour to North Palm, and about 2 hours to Fort Lauderdale, hour and a half, whatever, depending on
which route you take. Yeah, we took the long route. We took the wrong route. Long route.
When I worked at North Lake and lived in Boynton. The commute then was 45 minutes for half the distance.
Yeah.
And when I got on 95, my heart rate went up. My shoulders came up.
Yeah.
I noticed after living here about 2 weeks,
I noticed
my neck got longer because I just stood up. I'm calmer. It's just so wonderful. And like I said, the people are absolutely fabulous. I love it here.
Wonderful. All right. Well, thank you very much, Barb, for sharing your story. I'm going to, talk to Andy and Pam about, what their vision is for this place. And at any rate, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thanks for visiting.
You're welcome.